Alright, what's up everyone? Monkey Demon 109 here, bringing you an ACBM tips. Maybe I can call it that. I don't know. ACBM is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood multiplayer, in case if you didn't know. So with this, I have 7 different things in this video that I kind of wanted to talk about. So let's just get right into it. Alright, so this was in the very beginning of the game. As you can see in the top center, the time left is 9 minutes and 45 seconds. So we've literally just started. Now, my target is this executioner roughly in the middle of my screen, sprinting straight towards us. As you can see on the top right, he has 2 pursuers on him at this current, time. One of those pursuers is me. So what that means is that whenever you're given a target, there's always going to be at least one of those light blue triangles. So I'm not sure, but I think that the footpad that is right next to me is also going for the executioner, because he's in this running kind of stance and he's pointed in the same direction that I am. It's fairly unlikely that he's going for somebody else other than the executioner, because he's facing the same way. So, I think that this is my competition. And I guess the bad thing about this is, since the footpad is running, there's going to be that red triangle above his head. You'll see this later. But there's that red triangle above his head, which means that the executioner is now aware somebody's trying to get him. He might not know that I'm trying to get him, but he will in a little bit, and you'll see why. Okay, so now we're racing against the footpad. And, he does a smoke bomb, I do a smoke bomb. This actually stuns my competition, so he can't go and get the executioner now. Then I flash them so that he can't see anymore, and I get the kill. But now that I've actually taken the kill, it's pretty obvious who I am. It's obvious that I'm a player, because the computers can't kill other people. It's impossible. What you're seeing right now, this is the mercenary, I believe, coming up to kill me. You might be asking yourself why he's glowing. Now, he's glowing because he's using the Templar vision ability, which pretty much shows him who's his target, who's his pursuers, who are other Templars that are neither his target nor pursuer, and non-player characters. The reason why I wanted to show this was more or less of what not to do, because he knows who I am. I just killed somebody, so even if I was surrounded by other prowlers, which is the character I'm playing right now, he should be able to tell which one is me without expending an ability. It was just, I would consider that a bad choice in what he decided to do. He still gets the kill, as you see right there. So, take it or leave it. Alright, so now I'm chasing the noble. You see him on the rooftop right there. And here he jumps down and he runs in the opposite direction. Now, what that really means is that he's going to be running around everywhere. I don't really want to chase him. If I chase him, it might, it'll give me less points. I might not even get him because he's just running around so much. I turn around and I decide to try to wait in this crowd right here. And I see this red triangle above the executioner because he was running around the corner. That instantly means that I know who he is. And I have a suspicion that he knows who I am as well, because he just saw me do some weird turns, and those aren't really normal computer movements. So assuming that he knows who I am, I have to play a lot more defensively. I can't go into this encounter without stunning him in some way. Luckily, as you can see on the bottom left, I have smoke bombs up, so it's going to be a fairly easy stun as long as he's in the range of my smoke bomb. So as you can see here, he comes up, throw the smoke bomb, he gets stunned, and just walk up to him and press the stun button. And and look right here, there's the noble, and he's running straight back at me because he's just running everywhere. So me just being patient and waiting for the runner to come to me has awarded me a stun and a kill instead of potentially neither. Okay, so this is a little bit later in the game. I encountered another runner. In this case, it's going to be the mercenary. Now, I believe he started running because the doctor was going after him as well, and the doctor was chasing him. So he's really just running just to get away from his pursuer. Now, if you look in the bottom center, you'll see that the radar is fairly small. This means that he's about halfway across the map from me. This means that I can wait and try to let him come to me, or if I just don't feel like bothering with it, I can kill someone else. So here, you'll see that I intentionally kill this executioner, even though I know it's the wrong target. Alright, you guys, so this is again later in the game by a couple minutes, and I am waiting for my target, who's the executioner, to come to me. Now, that's not so much important in this case. As we can see in the top center of our screen, the noble is flying out of nowhere. He's just flying from a rooftop. I have disguised myself in this crowd of 2 other prowlers and a footpad. I'm assuming that they're all non-player characters, so they're all computers, and this noble comes flying out. Now, my only real chance to win, to get the stun off, is to stun him before he recovers. When you jump off of a building, there's a slight recovery time, and it only lasts for, half a second to a second. It's not very long. With his recovery time that he needs, I can easily get the stun off. So instead of throwing firecrackers, which would only flash him, so it would only turn his screen white, let's see what happens. Okay, so he jumps down, I see the triangle, and before he can recover, I stun. Let's look at what we're seeing right now. My target is the mercenary again, and on my radar in the bottom center, it says that he is up. So this just means that he is on a higher elevation than I am, which usually just means a rooftop. You also see that the radar is somewhat large. This probably means that he's more towards the middle of the map, since I'm on the outside edge. Just solely on this radar, I can kind of deduce that he is on a rooftop in the middle of the map. That's not quite what this clip is about, though, and this clip is actually in 2 parts. Let's look at the top middle, towards the right of the clock. Here we see the courtesan, and she's coming down the stairs, and she's sort of like, jogging. Now, I would always just assume that she's going for you, but you don't really have any real proof that she's going for you yet, right? So you don't want to just waste a smoke bomb, because that takes 60 seconds to cool down at its base. So we're going to climb up, and we're going to go sort of towards her. So now that we're on the rooftop with this courtesan, there's multiple options, right? We still don't know if she's going for us. We don't want to go straight. We don't want to walk straight up this rooftop, because that would mean that we're somewhat close to her. We definitely don't want to go to the right, because we'll be putting ourselves in even more danger by getting even closer to the courtesan, making it an easier kill. Since we want to kill our target as well, we want to turn left. And the reason why you would want to turn left is that it makes it so that the courtesan is forced to turn towards you in order to get the kill. If she turns towards you and she starts walking or running in your direction, you know that she's going for you, because she's just following her radar. Up until now, you don't know if she is going for you or if she's going for someone on the ground. But if we watch this following clip, we'll see that she just turned towards us, so we know that she's going for us. Unfortunately, I was just too slow with the smoke bomb. Alright, you guys, so right now we can see that time is very close to running out. There's only 23 seconds left. I checked the score a little bit earlier before this clip, and I noticed that I was only, I think, 700 points down in second place. Now that I have this ×2 score loss streak coming up, I know that I have to get an incognito kill. The incognito regular kill is 400 points. The score ×2 will make that 800, which would put me in a 100-point lead. So it's very important that I get this kill off. Let's kind of look at what we're seeing on the screen here. I am now on the roof, and my radar says that my target is somewhat to the right and more so straight of me. It also does not indicate if my target is up or down, which means that he's on the same elevation that I am. I'm hoping that he will just come straight towards me. Also, take note that the radar is kind of a dark blue. What this indicates is that I cannot see my target right now, or at least my character can't see my target right now. Let's watch and see what happens really quick. So now that we got up here, we can see that a priest has come up. He's in sort of like the top center of our screen. Now my target is the footpad. So obviously, just from eyesight, these guys are not the same people. So would that mean that he's not my target? Actually, he is my target, because as you can see on the bottom center, my radar has lit up. It's a lighter blue now than it was a second before. This means that my target is within my line of sight, or my character's line of sight. Since he is the only person on this roof that's in front of me, I can pretty easily deduce that he's my target. So here we go. He comes running up towards me and get the easy kill. Alright, you guys, so that concludes my first tip video with this kind of, picture thing. And as you can see, I barely finished in first, and it was just because of that last kill that I showed you guys. Hopefully you guys like this. If not, let me know, and I can change some stuff around. But, until then, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.